Right, carry on to question 7, starting with decomposition here. First thing we can see there is a definition. Explain what is meant by the term decompose. We have to define decomposition. For 2 marks, it's a pretty easy 2 marks. It's when things are broken down, 1 mark, by either microorganisms / bacteria / fungi. Okay. The idea that you've got decomposers breaking down something, whatever it is, perhaps organic material. If I was to make that a slightly better answer, organic material. So when organic material is broken down by microorganisms. Pretty straightforward 2 marks there. More questions like that, please. Again, another nice simple 2 marks. Draw a food chain. The dead material in the plant is called humus and is used by the food by earthworms. These worms then eaten by birds. Remember, food chains show the transfer of energy. So 1 or 2 of you did put the arrows the wrong way. You're sort of showing, well, this is going to eat that and this is going to eat that. Some of you didn't actually put arrows, you just put straight lines. The other common mistake is that a lot of you put plant material becomes humus, which is then eaten by earthworms. You had to either start with the plant material or humus in your answer. Okay, different humus. So humus, it tells us in the question, is eaten by earthworms, which are then eaten by birds. Remember, our arrows show the transfer of energy, so the energy transfers from the humus to the earthworms to the birds, and that's the release of energy. Really straightforward. Sorry, transfer of energy. Really straightforward way to get yourself 2 marks there. You should kick yourself if you lost 2 marks on that. A lot of information there is telling you how you can measure the mass of humus in the soil. Dry the soil, burn the dry soil. Can use to calculate percentage humus. A lot of information about aerobic takes place in the thing here. We'll kind of get onto that in a second. First question, it says complete the table. So I think 1 or 2 of you just kind of missed it out. You just didn't see it, this question there. So always be aware and looking for these indications of how many marks are available to tell us there's some marks we can score. Complete the table by using the formula to calculate the percentage humus in the soil from the Sure Suspect B. Sure Suspect B, we're just going to use that formula up there. So we're going to have 5, which is the mass of dried soil, minus 4, which is the mass of burnt soil, divided by the mass of dry soil, times by 100. That's going to give us the answer of 20. Put that in the box down there. So, it said, the next question here, which suspect is most likely to be the robber? Well, we haven't really talked about that yet, so we're going to read this line here now. A robbery took place at a bank. The robber used the garden to gain entry to the bank. 3 people were suspected of robbing the bank. The table gives data about the soil in the garden and on the suspects, on the shoes of suspects A, B, and C. Complete the table using the formula to calculate that. So, soil in the garden had a 10% humus. Which one of these is most likely to be the robber? Well, C, because it has the same, or they have the same percentage humus in the soil on their shoes as was found in the garden next to the bank from which they escaped. Now, the next question asks us, the suspect who was accused of claimed results was not reliable. Do you agree? Well, do you agree? Many reasons, perhaps. I would say it's questionable. The soil probably not unique to have that, but the main issue is that it. So yeah, we don't agree with it not being reliable. We can't trust that data, which is what being reliable is because no repeats. Were performed. No repeat experiments were performed. Therefore, we don't trust the data, it's not reliable.